Brad from Comic Experience Sci-Fi, reporting from our lovely Able Ideas studio in Birmingham, Michigan. It's January 31st. This is our podcast number 6. I'm here with the Q.
The Q.
I'm here with the Mark.
Hello.
And I'm here with Denver. He's on the board, and some small Denverites are visiting, waving to me, and being very quiet. Hooray for them. We are here talking about a whole bunch of stuff, and if comments from special guests just happen to squeak out, we are not responsible. Mainly, we're not responsible because we're drinking some Odd Side Ale's Flash Golden Ale, and I am going to tell you, this is alcohol by volume. Hold on to your hats, 9.8%. I've already had a few sips. It is good on ice, as it turns out, because I don't drink warm beer. It holds up because it has almost 10% alcohol. What do you think there, Q? Enjoying that golden ale?
I actually like this.
He actually likes it.
I actually like this.
So I think the rule to make Q like beer is raise the ABV.
And we're going to have to stay away from race this week because with 9.8%, Brad will be for sure going on some tangents and rants.
I'm just saying, I might actually jump in this time. 9.8.
All right, this week we had 2 big premieres.
Yes, we did.
Yes.
One was like 10 plus years in the making, the return of X-Files. I know Brad watched it.
Yeah, that was beautiful. It's really funny how even though Mulder is still in love with Scully, Scully has magically turned into his mother. That's not good for you, Mulder. I don't think the internet's good for you, Mulder. And all of this stuff back and forth, and it's just adorable. He looks at her with love in his eyes, and she looks at him like he's an idiot.
Well, I think that's why they're not together anymore romantically.
Exactly.
Yeah, she had enough. But yeah, the first episode I didn't think was great. It was great to see Mulder and Scully back on TV together.
Yes.
But it was the whole episode to me kind of felt like a catch you up recap.
Well, I think they had to do that. I think they had to
for
do
the
that
new people.
because
I'm going to say it's been on. It was on for 30 years. Then it was off for 30 years. Now it's going to be on for at least another 15
or until
years.
Mitch Pileggi dies. Just kidding, Mitch. Sorry.
Well, 6 episodes are scheduled for this current batch, but the ratings have been through the roof, so I have a feeling it's going to be coming back pretty quick.
Yeah.
That's because all the people that used to watch it when they were at work are retired now, and they have nothing to watch.
Oh my
so
God!
They're just waiting on the next.
I think that's oversimplification, sir.
No, you're
true.
getting. I think you're getting a lot of new people because the ratings came in and they were huge.
Right.
Huge.
When it first came out, you could barely get it on DVD. Now it's on Netflix, and small children watch X-Files if their parents don't catch them.
the following is even bigger today than it was then.
That's because all the retired people are watching it, and then I'm grown up, and I grew up on it, so now I'm going to watch it. That's all it is.
I'm sorry. You're right, Q.
Thank you.
You're 100% right.
As always.
I think that's the only way we're going to be able to get through these shows. Just agree with Q and
Just
move
agree with
on.
Q.
Probably the same phenomenon that happened with the Star Trek series. How it was.
Next Generation.
Well, no. The original series. When they came out with the movie back in the late
I see what you're
70s,
saying.
they were actually trying to bring back the show. And then they decided, why don't we just make a movie about it?
Yeah.
So it's the same kind of, phenomena with Star Trek, with X-Files, What was old is new again,
I mean, and that's going on almost 50 years now. They're going to have, what is that, a Diamond Jubilee or a Gold Jubilee? Whatever.
Yeah, we're going to do a whole dedicated Star Trek episode later in the year.
We better.
So episode 2, they did a Sunday night premiere, and then the following day they did a Monday. They did a Monday night follow-up episode, which I thought was a lot better.
Oh, it was a real episode.
Yes,
It wasn't a catch-up. It was you're in the thick.
Yes, it was a Monster of the Week episode, as they call it.
And there's going to be another one tomorrow that looks absolutely wonderful.
I've heard that the third episode, which is, like you said, the one tomorrow, I heard the third one is a masterpiece. It's a classic. So if you haven't watched them yet,
well, it's time to catch up.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's time to catch up.
No, you gotta. If you haven't watched them, you gotta watch them.
Well, I'm going to catch up, and then just.
And then right after the Monday night X-Files episode was the series premiere of Lucifer.
Greatest show ever. Best writing, best acting, cute girls, snark. death, killing, phaser fire,
than Jessica
and there's
Jones?
already mothers protesting it. It's my favorite show of all time.
Well, here's my only. I agree with
Well, they
everything that you
protest
said.
everything, though.
What's that?
Mothers protest everything.
Not well. Okay, not mine. But go ahead. Yes, you were saying.
No, I agree with everything that you said. My only fear with the show is that it's going to be a police procedural where every week they're going to be solving some murder, mystery, crime. And I really hope it doesn't become that, because the Lucifer character is great. The supporting cast is very good, and it's very stylish.
Right.
It's directed by Len Wiseman, who did the Underworld movies and did the Total Recall remake. Not a big fan of his,
Right.
but for TV, it had a movie feel to it.
Underworld was good.
Yeah, I liked it. It's because it was not great. It wasn't good.
It was a fun,
It was
escapist
wonderful to
kind of-
look
Better
at.
than Twilight.
It was
Yes,
wonderful to
yes.
look at. Well, that was a sissy movie. We don't have to go
better
into
than that.
That's a chick flick.
Yeah, that was a chick flick. But it wasn't great. It was
gonna
beautiful,
eat
but
my
it wasn't great
Fritos.
writing. But it doesn't matter. I watched them all.
Now,
it's not like I missed it.
how is the TV Lucifer similar or different from the comic book version?
In the books, which is 2 removed from the show, because the comics are based on the books, he's vulnerable. So they've taken a lot of license with making him truly immortal. As far as I'm still waiting for there to be. You see, and he's afraid of Amendiel.
Yes, his brother.
Yes, because those wings are deadly, even to him. So there may be a little bit of verisimilitude for it, but as far as it goes, so the vulnerability versus the invulnerability, yeah, he's immortal, so but he can be wounded, that sort of thing. As far as the attitude is right. I don't think the comic book was 100%. It's still him fooling around. I think it needed to be a cop show last time because he's involved with the cop, right?
Yes.
Because he can manipulate everybody except her.
Right. Which
And
that was
is
the most
theme.
interesting part
Right.
of the show to me, is like, okay, why can't he? Is he somehow connected to her?
Right.
You know,
She has influence over him
Yeah.
as opposed to the other way around. Everybody else is influenced by him.
Correct.
So that's the theme. I think that hopefully is what they drive with.
But I hope it's not him every week helping her solve her crime of the week.
Not
It would be a little
necessarily.
boring.
Like
I'm-
Minority Report.
yes. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, that would be annoying.
Hence
No,
why
I
stopped
think
watching
what
it.
it's going to be is if his interaction with people that he affects, like that girl, the girl in the opening scene where she comes in, she visits, how are you? And he's like, you know what? You don't owe me anything. Do yourself a favor and fly right.
Yeah, that would be a great show if it was about all of his kind of humanly
Right, exactly.
relationships.
And that's what I'm
So-
hoping it is.
Yeah, that
and
would
there's
be good.
just no way to know. But the fact that it's outraging mothers across the country is absolutely a total bonus, and I'm running with it.
You just love that, don't you?
Hells yeah. No pun intended.
Okay, now there was no pun definitely intended.
Really.
There was 2 new movie trailers. One was for a straight to video.
Justice
Q's
League
excited
versus the Teen Titans.
Oh, that's an animated one.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah,
the
I've
best-
been
the-
waiting for that.
The best part was the last scene when he says, yeah, Blue Beetle's talking to Robin, and he's like, yeah, like you got a plan for Superman. And he just looks at him, he's like, oh, he got a plan for Superman. It's like, yeah. Well, you know, I'm for anything taking out Superman anyway, so. I mean, is that just me being biased?
No,
Can you
not at
tell?
all. Not at all.
Oh, thank you. Okay, I just want to make sure. And then the other one was
Kubo and
Kubo.
the 6-string,
Two-string.
2-string.
Is it 2 strings?
Yeah. It's
Whatever it is,
Yeah,
it
guitar
looks
has 6
amazing.
strings, sorry.
Yeah, and we were discussing earlier that it looks like it's stop-action animation using origami to build the characters, and that's what. And it was just beautiful.
It looks amazing.
Yeah, yeah. I'm really looking forward. to
I'm
that.
gonna go see that.
Yeah, the guys that made that movie it's a film company called Leica. They did the Box Trolls. They did
I love that show. I love Box Trolls.
Paranorman, which is one of my all-time
Yes,
favorite movies.
also very good.
And then their first movie was Coraline, which
Oh,
so
yeah.
those guys in my book are 3 for 3. They're like the new Pixar.
Yeah, it's amazing what they do that is so old school and that they do it so
well,
perfectly.
yeah.
And they're
It
smart
really is
about it because
amazing.
they, like you said, they use the old school stop motion, but they do these cool little digital enhancements just to kind of give it that little
Yeah,
extra
it's really
modern
amazing.
touch.
Modern touch.
Yeah, so it's good. And now, okay, we've got 2 new movies that came out this week.
Right.
One is, I think, an instant classic,
Yeah.
Kung Fu Panda 3.
Yeehaw!
I know, Brad, you saw it. What did you think?
It was just like the other two in that it's Poe fooling around, then Poe is surprised, then Poe decides to be a hero, and then Poe fails, and then miraculously he comes back, he figures it out, and with a little help from his friends, wins the day. Sorry for the spoiler, should have told you earlier. It's an awesome movie. I plan on sneaking in sometime and watching it again when I go see Norm of the North next week because it's right after. I know, bad for the kids. You guys didn't hear me say that. I really liked it. I really enjoyed Jack Black. I think he's very funny. Seth Rogen didn't get nearly as many good lines as he could have. I was really disappointed that they changed Crane from Zach Braff to David Cross. David Cross is
David Cross was always
the original Crane was Zach Braff. I'm pretty sure in the first one.
Google.
Yeah.
Let's look that up. But I will say this, the cast is incredible. I mean, you have Dustin Hoffman.
Yes.
Like you said, Angelina Jolie.
Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan.
I just want to say something.
Well, wait, then they added the 2 new main actors.
J.K. Simmons
They
and
added J.K. Simmons as the bad guy, and then
Right.
Bryan Cranston
Yeah, Bryan
as
Cranston,
Poe's father. So
J.K.
I mean,
Simmons is excellent. at
I mean, that's just
anything.
loaded with awesome
The
folks.
yellow M&M.
Yeah. Anything.
That's so
but
funny.
wait, Jackie Chan can't talk, so I'm just saying.
Well, in
He's
this, he's good because he only has a few lines. So
He
just
always
comes in.
only has a few lines. Have you ever noticed that?
But that's fine. Everything he says is funny. He
But-
really does have perfect comic timing. I love all of his movies, even the ones that he doesn't plan on doing it. Because you're right, English is not his language, and he's been making
American movies.
English speaking kung fu movies for almost 30 years, and he still doesn't speak English. You got to admire the guy. If you could run up the side of a building, grab on a thing, do a backflip, jump up, climb up a drain pipe, and then run across the roof, jump to the next roof with no help, you got to admire the guy. And he's been doing it since he was in his 20s.
I'll be happy when he's in Expendables 4.
Okay.
They should have had
Deal.
him wearing a Spider-Man costume then, doing all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but when he's in Expendables 4, I'll get off Jackie Chan's case.
Okay, fair enough.
Just saying.
Just
Jackie
say.
Chan plays Charlie Chan.
Well, that's
Yeah, in a fat suit. Jackie Chan in a fat suit. That'll be good.
Okay, I found David Crane's Wikipedia page. 2008 Kung Fu Panda as Crane. So he was the original.
David Cross?
David Cross, yep. But
Then
let
what
me.
did I? Then what? Well, that's
I
fine.
mean, David Cross does have kind
that's
of.
2 times in a row.
What?
Twice in one day.
Brad was wrong
You
twice.
better write it down because if you forget, I'll eat you.
I'm about to say you might want to make that 2%.
for posterity.
Yeah.
Recorded.
Wow.
on the 9.8%, folks.
I bought
Gonna
that,
leave it
so
at that.
yeah, I got that one for Brad. Yeah. Well,
So
What I liked about it was the message. It had a great,
Yes.
great message. Basically, it's all about yin and yang. So you have to always learn new things. So you have to be a student while at the same time, as you get older and progress, you have to be a teacher.
Right.
And that's really what the movie was about, was being able, is that duality, of always constantly learning, but then taking that knowledge and passing it along to others.
But there's something else that, and I don't know if you caught this, but there's always you have to fail
Yes,
in
well,
order to learn.
Yes, and that's part of, like you said,
Oh,
that's
that's a
the
whole
Kung
nother-
Fu Panda formula in
Yes.
each movie.
he always
Yeah.
fails.
Right, but a lot of people expect in a lot of movies, any genre, that
There
the
is
hero
no secret
hero
ingredient.
wins the first time. And I don't necessarily. I like the good guys to win at the end, and I don't mind if people die in the meantime.
Batman never wins the first time.
Right, and he has to figure out where did I go wrong
the
and
normal
learn and
formula.
go. Right.
Here we go. Batman.
you
Teach
learn
your life
everyone.
lessons
You learn
since
from
the
your
40s.
mistakes. That's
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, it's not a fun movie if somebody wins every battle the first time they fight it. Right.
And what was really great about this movie is that they took a more of a spiritual
Yes.
approach.
Okay.
There's a whole kind of subplot to the movie that takes place in not the afterworld, but what are they
Spirit
called?
world.
Oh,
Spirit realm.
the turtle come back?
Turtle is back. Oh yeah.
Oh, Turtle's back. I'm going to go see it because the Turtle's back.
And so it's
I
great.
mean,
And
I've
so
seen both of them. I've seen
Master
them all.
Oogway.
Master Oogway.
Thank
yes.
you. Okay.
All right, now we've
Just
got
got to
a few,
redeem yourself, don't
we've
you?
got-
Hells yeah. No
We've got
pun
a few
intended.
special guests who are going to give us the kid opinion
Oh, good.
on
Okay,
Kung Fu
sweet.
Panda 3. Okay, young lady, introduce yourself.
My name is Lydiana, and I'm 10 years old.
And what did you think about Kung Fu Panda 3?
I liked it a lot. It was amazing.
And what was your favorite part of the movie?
I liked when they entered the secret panda village.
Excellent. And would you recommend this to other children out there or for parents to take their children to see it?
Yes.
Thanks for that great insight.
That was a well-conducted interview, man.
All right, and who do we have here?
Hey, bros, this is Bruno. And I liked Kung Fu Panda. You should all see it. Well, Kung Fu Panda, my best part was I liked the part when he took the leader, the master of Kung Fu, and just turned him into green.
Oh, they stole their chi
right.
and turned them into jade. No, jade. And so they had jade zombies.
Yeah, those were
Zombies, they call them.
Zombies.
Zombies.
It's the name of my new band, Zombies.
zombies.
All right, so that was the big movie. That already is #1 at the box office for the weekend. I think it made like 40 million.
Oh, okay.
It's the biggest opening of the year so far.
Awesome.
And
Until March
it's-
25th.
well, there'll be some
Or
big
February
ones before
12th
then.
or 16th, whatever it is.
February 12th.
February 12th.
Yeah.
March 25th.
But I will say that Kung Fu Panda 3 is the first really great movie of the year.
Yeah.
Because January and even in February, you get a lot of the cast-off movies that
Right.
they're just trying to kill.
Yeah.
So this is
we-
the first one that was really, really awesome.
You get all the movies that all the big execs say, hey, this is a fun project. Let's just make this and put it on in January.
Yeah, it didn't quite meet expectations.
So
No.
what we have a couple really interesting things coming out in the next few weeks.
Well, let's
Are we
let's
gonna-
wait
Well,
on that just
okay.
for a second,
Okay.
because there was one other big. Well, there was actually two other movies that opened this week. The Finest Hours is the Disney true life story about the Coast Guard rescue.
The Chris
that
Pine
stars-
movie.
That came out?
Yep, Captain
Oh, forget
Kirk has a new
Kung Fu
movie,
Panda. I want to see that.
but the ratings haven't been great. It's at 59% on Rotten
Because
Tomatoes.
it's like the perfect storm.
yeah,
All
the Disney
trailer,
version,
right?
yeah.
The trailers just look like the perfect storm, and as much as I like Chris Pine, I'm scared to death of water and big waves
You?
and yeah, forget it.
And
So-
it is out
I
in IMAX, so if you're gonna go see it, that's probably the best
Yeah,
way to
I
see
think
it.
You should see it in 3D. I would love to go see that in 3D.
Yeah, I'm
with you.
sure it would probably be really fun to hear me crying like a little girl in the audience.
All right,
That would be
there's
hilarious.
one other movie, and I think it's at like 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's 50 Shades of Black.
Oh my God, poor
Oh, wait.
Ivory.
That's
Yeah, the
Well, they're
Wayans
doing
boys.
one of the Wayans
Yeah.
folks. They're
That's racist.
doing a
No, it's not.
a
Yes,
chick
it is.
flick.
It's a
spoof.
parody
Right, so why is it at 0%?
because it sucks.
Well, it's the same guys that do all those epic movies, all those other spoofs. that are
Scary
not
Movie
that
1 and 2
great.
was done by the
His
Wayans brothers.
tie-
Everyone's after that were done by Charlie
His
Sheen.
tie is upside down and erect in the picture.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's like
That's
here
funny.
up.
That's funny.
Oh yeah, hysterical.
The height of
12.
comedy there.
I am 12.
Okay, Van, that's fine. As long if you're happy with it, it's cool.
Thank you.
Just don't pay more than matinee price to go see it, or you'll be upset that you burned money because the other $5 could have gone for treats.
That's a good movie that's for cable, when you're flipping around.
Right, exactly.
You see a scene, you laugh, and then you can flip on to something else.
Right.
That's about all those
Flip
are
on,
good
flip
for.
out, flip off.
All right, we have
You're
one.
gonna get flipped off.
We have a new comic book that came out this week. It's from Valiant called Faith.
It's called what again?
Called Faith.
Oh, that was called Fat.
Well, it's funny that that's her name because the letters on the cover, F, A, and T, are very prominently featured.
Right,
in the
and they
name.
squeeze out the I, so it's
Right.
called Fat.
Right, that's
with an
kind
H
of
on
what
it.
That's kind of what it looks like.
With an H. And for all those folks out there that think I'm making fun of Faith, I am not. It's about time fat people got their due.
Well, this is.
I'm just saying I
this
can
is
do that
kind of
because I'm fat.
Being promoted as the
Fluffy.
first
Yes.
plus size
No, I ain't that big.
superhero, and she actually kind of looks like one of those plus size supermodels.
I'm just
You know,
saying.
very attractive, but large. Yeah.
Like disproportionate, not like overly sized on the top half and then chicken legs.
Right,
This
right.
one's actually a very attractively
she got
shaped.
some meat on them bones.
Yeah,
that
she
woman.
does.
Let's just put it like this. You know how they got heroes for hire? Her price is probably like a bucket of chicken or something. Just saying.
Jesus.
Okay,
I
no.
know you didn't
Seriously,
just say that.
yeah, I did. But I said I'm fat. I can do that.
No.
So look,
You know what?
I just want to say it sounds like a good.
I'm not remotely skinny, and I'm offended by that.
Why?
Because fat people don't all work for food, man.
I'm a
Expletive
chef.
deleted like
First of
3
all-
times in a
first
row
of all- first
because
of
of
all-
our company here.
First of all, I'm a chef. What does that tell you? Point made.
Yeah,
Anyway,
okay.
Faith
but
actually
everybody
does have
doesn't
a
work for
job.
food.
what is her
and
job?
she works at a blog or as a website.
So she
About
sits
what?
all day.
About what?
Actually, this is what's kind of interesting.
Yeah, here you go. Here it comes. Here it comes.
Superheroes.
Oh, perfect.
It's a very meta comic book, not as meta as Deadpool, where
Right.
they're
Okay.
talking to the reader.
Right.
But she's a superhero.
Who blogs
She-
about superheroes?
Correct. Mm-hmm. And she's kind of branched. She apparently, I'm not familiar with the character, but apparently she was in a superhero group. She's moved. She left the group, kind of branched off on her own.
Was it tons of fun?
And, no. But what I like about the comic book is that they don't position her as a comical character because she's large.
Right.
She's
They're
a good
taking her
superhero.
serious.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
She can fly. She can fight crime.
Right.
And they kind of take, like I said, it's kind of meta. So in this first episode or first issue, she's fighting dog thieves, and she even says at one point, "Oh, this is the kind of crime fighting I'm doing."
Right.
She's used to this
Right.
big superhero battles. Now they do set up. There is a subplot where
Okay.
you could tell they're setting up the main bad
all right,
guy
cool.
info.
I just want to point out, all joking aside.
Yeah.
All joking. No, seriously. All joking
Okay.
aside. I am happy that they're branching off. This just goes to show what we were talking about last week. We were talking about them doing different things and
Right.
branching off.
gotta
into
diversify
different-
your
diversify.
character.
And yet
So I'm
another
actually glad
girl
because-
hero, which is good
right,
news.
which is good. But at the same time, like they said, the only person that fat people could relate to in superheroes was the Blob.
and he was a villain.
He's a villain.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? So that's actually a good thing.
Yes,
I'm glad.
it's very good.
It's
And
a very good thing.
The artwork is solid. Like I said, she's a good superhero. She's a good role model.
Mm-hmm.
I guess maybe that's my only complaint is that maybe because she is plus size, they don't want to put her in
Have her
any kind of
good-
bad
ba-
light.
right.
Because she's basically like a superhero, a super person. She's warm. She's friendly.
I
she's
just-
Oh,
She's
okay.
got to have
So-
a negative
right.
attribute.
There's
I
no,
just wanna point
in this
out-
first issue, there's no weaknesses. There's no
I
problems.
just want to
Right,
point
except
out
her-
the cover is her
weight
sitting
control
on the
problem.
phone wire.
Yeah, maybe they're
Those
gonna-
people have lost power. I'm just
maybe it's gonna in a future issue they're gonna mention that she's got no willpower.
I'm just saying.
Lord help me.
Every time she loses a fight, she binge eats.
But that's a coping mechanism. I mean, that would
It
actually
is.
be kind of interesting, and it
Absolutely.
would explain her
And I-
Well, looking
physique.
from the picture, she's coped a lot.
Well, the reason I brought this comic up And the reason I actually bought it was because it's been getting a ton of press coverage.
Okay.
The Today Show did a whole segment on it.
She
Pretty
was on
much
The Biggest
every-
Loser.
Where's their hideout underneath Planet Fitness?
Oh
No
my!
judgment zone.
These comments do not reflect those of Comic Experience Sci-Fi.
Yes, they do. I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
Number 6, the Laughing Podcast.
Send your hate mail to Q at
CBSF the Q on Twitter, man.
She comes out of her hideout when they order pizza every Monday at Planet Fitness.
So on that note, I'd like to complain about Supergirl. I watched
Don't you
this
dare.
week's episode.
Don't you dare.
What?
Don't you dare complain about anything about that show. The episode that just came on was the best episode of the season.
Oh my God, you are such a girl. It is the worst show on television.
No. I think you're what you just said. You are such a girl. I think that's who it's appealing to. It's appealing to young.
It's the worst written comic book I have ever read.
It's not that. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is worse than that.
I wouldn't go that far.
No.
Agent
but
Carter.
The interaction between
Agent
her
Carter's
and her
great this
boss.
year.
The interaction between her and her boss has no place in a comic book.
No. Here's what
TV
they
show.
did. They took a rom-com and they took a superhero show and they merged them together. I don't think it's a great fit, to be honest with you.
Right.
But my 10-year-old daughter loves it. There's
Okay.
not that many female superhero shows
Absolutely.
that she can watch.
I keep wanting it to be
Jessica
good.
Jones is a great show, but
It is.
That's
That's
a
not-
hard R-rated
Exactly.
show.
Right.
So I think not for us necessarily, but for
Not for
young
y'all.
girls, it's a good show.
And I keep
I guess
watching
I'm
it,
a chick.
hoping, and I can't get past the first 10 minutes.
No, my wife feels the same way you do. She's like, "Why are we watching this? This is horrible."
Because the little girl likes it.
Right, and that's
Yeah.
the thing. It's not a quote unquote
Right,
great
and I can
show.
recognize that too. But for an adult human being,
Correct.
Okay.
not
Correct.
not a show.
I agree.
I do
I
agree with you to a certain extent because there were times like the one part when he was like, I can't face him, and she's like, you've had my back and I got yours, and I was just sitting there like, that was so lame.
Well, and just
Right.
the fact that it's the same stupid Clark Kent glasses on. Oh, I don't know who that is.
Yeah,
you know?
it's
Right.
It's just it makes me want to pound my head into the wall
Right.
every time they
And
do
if she
it.
but
wears
you
a
know what?
ponytail or she wears her hair down, it's like, how stupid are these people?
Why can't they make like a Superman show where it's two actors, one playing the mild-mannered whatever person and
Right.
one playing the superhero? So when they put on the glasses, they like morph into someone different.
Right, but even in the what was it? Who was it? Was it Buster Crabbe? No, it was somebody back in the.
You talking about the Adventures of Lois and
No.
You're
I'm talking about
George Reeves, the old
no,
Superman.
but way back. It was before talkies. There was a guy. No, I'm serious. There was a guy who could completely manipulate his face.
Oh, it's Lon Chaney.
Lon Chaney, and there was somebody else did it too. And he would be one face, and then he would turn it. He did Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah, that's Lon Chaney. He
Oh,
would put
right.
fish hooks in his mouth.
Senior.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, Lon Chaney.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd put fish hooks in his mouth to change his way his face looks.
Just oh my God! I mean, it's
But
possible
that's what they
to do
need
it.
to do, yeah.
It's
And they have
possible to
digital
do it.
technology now, so they could easily change eye colors or do
But then
something.
that would be
Right.
like changing
Even-
the whole
Yeah, but
scenario
even
of the comic book.
if you have a secret identity and you're not wearing a mask, at least throw in some colored. Wear a
okay,
wig.
that's just
wear
going on
some colored
okay, but that's going
contacts.
on a whole
Too
nother
obviously the
debate.
same person.
Because-
Diana Prince wore a wig. She changed her appearance.
in
when there's
Faith,
some
in the first issue, she wears a red wig and
a
kind
girdle.
of frumps herself up.
Oh, it's never ending at Comic Spirit Sci-Fi. Oh, it's not. It's not ending.
That was perfect. That was okay. Wait,
all right.
I gotta refocus.
All right, on
what
that
I was
note-
gonna say was
Okay,
okay. I'm sorry,
No,
but
go ahead,
I was
go
gonna
ahead.
say. Well, it's been the same argument with Superman for years. When he's Clark Kent, he has the glasses on and his hair is slicked back. When he's Superman, he puts a curl in front of his head and he takes the glasses off.
Where does he get the curling iron?
I don't know. I think it's just a
little- I
lot
think
of
it's a
hair
little
gel.
yeah.
I think it's
Little gel.
super spit,
gel, yeah.
super spit. You know, and it just.
Thank God there's no
something about
visuals.
Clark.
Maybe he goes to Faith and get the chicken grease. But anyway, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. So you can't. I get what you're saying. I understand where you're coming from about the show. I do. The
You have
show
to kind
is
of
not.
buy into
You have
it
to
and
buy
just go with
into
the
it.
stupidity
It's
of
like
the
it's like when
concept.
you're sitting here watching a movie from back in the day and you realized this movie is crap. But back then, that was probably the best movie you had ever seen.
Oh, well, yeah.
Okay, you have to buy into it.
And speaking of movies, we're going to actually talk about the 2016 movies that are coming
Okay.
out. There's a lot of great ones.
No,
Some
there's
people-
one great one.
Some people have said
And a
that
lot
this
of other
might be
ones.
the best year for comic book and sci-fi movies of all time.
You're right, it is going to be because there's a great movie and then there's other movies.
All right, well, let's start with next week's
Yes.
movie that's coming out. So far, it hasn't been a good year. We had The Forest, we had The Fifth Wave, we had The Boy. They all kind of bombed. This
Kinda.
week, we finally got a good one with Kung Fu Panda 3. We talked about that. Next week, we're getting Pride and Prejudice and Zombies.
That was a very popular book. My wife, the librarian, read it, recommended it,
That's a good TV show.
And they
it's
actually-
a TV show too.
The Librarian.
okay.
Making a pun.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
Okay, sorry.
But yeah, it's supposed to be very, very popular.
And from what I remember, they actually took the book Pride and Prejudice
Literally
and just
rewrote it.
inserted zombies
Absolutely.
into that story
That's
with
what she
those
said.
characters. And
Yeah.
so
Really?
it was
Yeah.
a pretty,
Basic
inventive
concept.
premise at the time.
Okay, but
They should
yeah,
do
guys
that
didn't
with
like
all
that movie. I was
literary
gonna say like
adaptations.
Abraham Lincoln.
I love that movie.
But they kind of did.
Vampire
That's a
Hunter.
similar.
Yeah, I thought it was
similar
great.
Yeah,
thing.
I loved Abraham Lincoln. Everything. It was funny because everything. If you ever read up on Lincoln, everything that happened in his life that was a major event was just basically caused by vampires.
yeah.
But the
Which was
movie
sweet.
was not executed very well.
No,
Okay,
but the
but-
book was very good.
Okay,
the
stay
movie
on
was-
target. Stay on target. We got a lot of movies to get through
Okay.
here.
Okay.
Okay, so after Pride and Prejudice and Zombies,
Okay.
I think the one that we're all waiting for is Deadpool.
I mean, we're all waiting for it,
February
but there's
12th.
other movies
Doesn't
we're waiting
Zootopia
for.
come out either the week before or the week
What?
after?
I don't.
Or is that not till March?
I think that's later in March.
Okay,
First
so
week
that's
of March.
coming.
Okay, I'm
so that's
sorry.
coming.
Yeah,
so
I'm really
Deadpool,
looking forward
we're
to
waiting
that
on
one.
it. Excited, 10 out of 10. Well, it'll be a 9.5 out of 10. But
We'll see.
I will be there the first night Deadpool opens up.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thursday
as
night.
will I.
Thursday night.
Yeah,
me
and
too.
if it's my
That's gonna
off
be a
week, I will
classic.
see it. I will go Friday for lunch and see it.
And we'll be drinking some nice Deadpool harder lemonade next week.
Cool.
In
Nice.
honor of that movie. There is a sci-fi the following week after Deadpool. There's a sci-fi horror movie from the guys who did Catfish and a couple of the Paranormal Activity movies.
Okay.
It's called Viral.
You got another
Oh.
found footage style movie.
I don't believe so. No. I don't know a lot about it, but it looked pretty good.
It'll be viral in a week.
And then we've got
sorry.
Gods of Egypt.
Oh yeah, that looks really, really good.
It does, but you know they're boycotting it, right?
All the
Yes.
Why?
special effects kind of look kind of weird.
Well,
We
They've
can play
wa-
slaves, but we can't play gods.
They've whitewashed the cast,
They
basically.
have. They've whitewashed the cast.
You're talking about Egyptians, and they're all
White.
lily white English and European actors. So
If you want, I am so tired of that.
Why are you looking at me?
You just happen to be where. Cut it out.
See, you see what I'm talking about? Comics
Oh.
and sci-fi. They're all looking at
You
me.
are so lucky there are kids in this building. I'm
Thank you
telling
for bringing them today.
The fact is, if you want to be in the movie, you pay for it. You pick all the actors yourself, and you do it.
Okay, but
because
can
I
I
am
ask-
so over it.
But
the
can I ask-
director did come out after the controversy, and he basically said, "Yep, we effed up. We needed to diversify this cast." So we'll see in his next movie if it does anything.
They could have CGI'd the crap out of
This
him.
is
if
the
they
director
wanted.
who did iRobot. So
Which was pretty good.
So it's
Which
not
is
that
good.
he's
Which had Will
opposed-
Smith,
right?
who
so he-
wasn't
Alex
white
Boyes?
and still isn't.
Yes. So he's
sure about
So
that?
he's not,
He's a little
opposed to,
Jada,
No.
Jada Pinkett Smith is way crazy white.
But
Okay,
I
so
mean,
just because
go
we
ahead.
got a lot
Okay.
to get through
Yeah,
here,
no, go ahead. We're ready.
That
We're ready.
same week, and I don't know if it's a wide release, but it's a movie that's been getting a lot of great buzz, and it's called The Witch. It's a horror movie.
Oh yeah.
And it's basically a 17th century girl gets accused of witchcraft.
I seen that.
But it just has a really spooky, really scary.
seen the trailer
look
for
But
that.
and vibe
isn't
to it.
that
Yeah,
one
I've
of
seen
the?
that.
Isn't that the story where she denies it, and then right when they've been lulled into a false sense of security, she's really the witch, and she goes for the gusto against
That would be
them.
cool.
I always
Yeah.
love those old style.
Spoiler alerts
witchcraft
before we
movies,
even
like,
seen the movie.
Yeah, this looks like a good old fashioned.
I'm trying to be right. You were wrong twice today.
Arthur Miller's kind of Witchfinder General type movies
Yes.
from that era. I love those kind of.
Which is kind of what the M. Night Shyamalan movie was kind of,
With the
Village.
twist.
The Village was kind of ripping that vibe off, even though the
Oh no.
didn't work out at all that great.
With
Okay,
the
we
twist.
have on March 18th, we have
Not
the
close
third Allegiant movie. We talked about the trailer last week. Or the,
Okay, it'll
I
be
should
number
say
one at the box office for 1 week.
It's the third Divergent movie called Allegiant. My
Right.
apologies.
Okay, and then next week after that,
No, that same week, the movie that I'm really looking forward to is called Midnight Special.
okay.
Oh yeah.
It's got Zod, Michael Shannon.
Neil before Zod.
We've got Kylo Ren, Adam Driver.
Okay.
We've got, is it Mary Jane? Kirsten Dunst, wasn't she in Spider-Man?
Oh yeah.
I was getting that confused with the movie about the Allman Brothers. What was that one called?
That's also Midnight Special.
Yeah, that's what I was confused.
No, this Midnight Special is very similar in vibe and tone to Firestarter. It's about a young boy who's got these superpowers, and the dad is trying to hide him, and they're on the run, and so they enlist some people to help protect them, keep them away from the government.
The movie poster has him in his bedroom in the dark reading a Superman comic.
Oh, is that?
I
with
don't
the
like it
glowing blue
already.
eyes?
I don't like it already.
Interesting.
I don't like it. And then next week,
ever
So- watched.
and then next week,
So for
Skip-
March,
skip
that's about it for March.
Yeah. what's coming out in April?
April is Rings. This
Okay,
is
you
the next sequel in the Ring series.
you guys are
So it's kind of a
funny.
reboot.
Okay.
And then also in April, there's another. It's a big month for horror. It looks like we have Amity, The Awakening.
I can't.
So that's another Amityville
I'm about to say,
horror
is that supposed to be
movie.
another Amityville horror?
Is that
Yes.
going straight to video?
Yes.
It's actually the 14th movie based on the Amityville horror story. So
Really?
There's been 14.
Because a lot of them actually went straight to video.
Yes, and it's being produced by Jason Blooms, who does all the Blumhouse movies.
Oh.
So and Jennifer Jason Leigh
she's
is starring in it.
Coming back
See
with
how they-
So it
Do
looks
us.
like it could be something there.
Who had an awesome role
In
in
the
Hateful
Hateful
Eight.
Eight.
Yes. Yep.
I think she's nominated for Best Supporting Actress.
Yeah, she's getting a lot
For Hateful Eight.
Yeah.
lot of buzz.
She was in the Golden Globes. She was.
She was
wasn't
great. She was
She
great.
can sure take a hit.
Oscar.
I'll tell you
That
what.
same week as Amity, The Awakening is The Jungle Book.
Mowgli.
Oh, which was completely shot in Los Angeles in a studio. Can you believe that?
Oh, really?
Really?
Okay.
That
so
wasn't
they
some
green.
of the-
None of it was
On
on
location?
location anywhere.
So it was a real animated movie.
Oh, completely.
basically.
John
But
Favreau said
photorealistic.
at that D23 Disney convention last summer that it was completely shot in a studio.
Really?
The whole
Nice.
thing was shot in a studio, not once
nice.
outside.
Yeah, that looks
Nice.
really good. The following week, we've got the Huntsman sequel,
Right.
Winter's
Boo.
War.
Right, with a couple of queens and
Yes, they're bringing in.
All those women are beautiful.
Wait,
Emily
wait.
Blunt,
Emily
wait,
Blunt.
wait.
Jessica Chastain,
That one
Charlize Theron.
girl that can't
Those are
act not
three.
gonna be in there, is she?
Kristen Stewart is not in this.
Okay, I
Snow
might go
White
see this
is
one.
gone.
I might go see this
All
one.
three
then.
of those actresses are like up in my top 10 of favorite actresses.
That's
working today.
wonderful. You know who's in my top 10 of favorite actresses? Gal Gadot.
Batman.
Gal Gadot, I'm not familiar with her. They're doing a Ratchet and Clank movie at the very end of April.
What's that?
That's a video
Okay.
game, I believe, for
Back in the PlayStation.
right?
Yep, Sony.
So they're kind of dusting that one off.
You know what else is a video game?
And then,
Arkham Knight. That's a video game.
well, the movie I think that we're all really waiting for that's going to be like the #1 movie of the year is Captain America Civil War.
Really?
That comes out May 6th.
Well, you know who else might? I think it's another movie with people fighting in it.
Apocalypse, X-Men Apocalypse. That comes out the end of May.
You're jumping ahead. You're jumping ahead.
I think we need to jump back.
So we got Captain America Civil War. Here's why I think this one's going to be the best one. Unlike that other DC movie, which has only 2 superheroes battling it out.
Has 3.
Civil War has a whole boatload of
Yeah.
superheroes fighting each
First
other.
off-
So it's basically like,
And ones that were already in their own movies, too.
yes, so these are all established with
Tried and
great
true.
track records. Yep.
I'm
So-
sorry, it was The Dark Knight Rises and The Dark Knight
Okay, Dark Knight Rises has nothing to do with
It
this
doesn't
movie.
matter.
With
It's
Batman
Batman
versus
is
Superman.
Superman.
Yeah, but
these
this is a
2
new-
characters are the most iconic characters. Without them, there would be no comic books. Flat out.
Well, I will say this. I'm a big Ben Affleck fan. I think he's going to make a great Batman. And we're talking about Batman versus Superman.
He is such a great director.
Which they politely.
I wish-
Argo was excellent.
I wish
And
Batman
his
was...
brother is in that
Finest
Perfect
Hours.
Storm movie.
The Finest Hours.
Yep, Casey. Yep.
Yeah.
Batman's brother is with Captain Kirk.
Worlds are
Nerd 'em.
colliding.
That's the
Nerd
only reason
'em.
why I might go see it now.
Okay, let's talk about Batman versus Superman for a
Thank you.
minute.
Let's talk about the greatest movie of all time.
That's coming out March 25th.
Yes, I've already taken the
Did
2
you?
days.
Are the
3 days
tickets
off.
tickets on sale yet?
I'll let you know because I'll have like a pair for each day.
All right, awesome.
Every day. I'm going to see it every day.
Who's
And
the
it's 2
pair?
days before my birthday.
What's the other one for?
I just don't want nobody sitting next to me.
That way you can push the armrest back and sit in both
And-
chairs.
exactly.
Are these
Stretch
assigned
out.
seating?
Uh-huh.
Are these going to be assigned seating?
Yeah, probably.
Because, I mean, if it's not assigned
I don't know. I paid like $20 for my ticket to go see The Dark Knight Rises. So.
Just all you have to do, you don't have to buy an extra ticket. Just lift up the armrest of between the 2 seats and then sit in between the 2.
I don't want. I'd rather just pay for 2 tickets.
All right, so let's not talk about the seating arrangements. Let's
Thank
talk
you.
about.
Let's just put it like this.
We know you're a huge Batman fan. Is
No,
that why
really?
you want to see this movie? Is that your only reason?
Okay,
for
no,
seeing
that
it?
is not my only reason.
Okay.
Because I want to see
Enlighten us.
Batman beat up Superman. I cannot stand Superman. Literally cannot stand Superman. If Superman was real, I would be his Lex Luthor. Because I believe he's the most overpowered superhero in the history of superheroes. I mean, and they dial back his powers, and he's still too powerful.
But back in the day, he used to get his ass whipped all the time.
No, okay, let's think about this. Remember the Christopher Reeve Superman? He had the super hearing, the ice breath, the heat vision, the regular breath.
Yeah.
He had flight. He could lift people with his finger. He could read minds.
He couldn't read minds.
Superman at a time could read minds.
Well, he could
No.
also teleport himself.
and teleport himself.
With Richard
so what's
Pryor
the
in
point
Superman
of
3,
flying?
he goes in one side, then pops out the other side.
So what's
And
the
then
point
he
of
takes
flying?
The shield off of his cape and
Right.
wraps up.
That was in Superman 2. Inside,
that was 2.
Superman
inside
2,
of the
yeah,
Fortress of
okay,
Solitude
right.
When he's fighting Zod.
Yes, that's right.
But what is the point of being so powerful?
He's Superman.
And that's
He's
why.
not kind of Superman.
Well, maybe he needs to be kind of Superman.
Well, I think that's why he's
Just
not
like
as
tough Superman.
I think that's why as a character he's not as interesting. Batman is
It's more
human.
right.
He has frailties. He's relatable.
But that too, but it's let's just put it like this. If I didn't know, if I wasn't a comic book nerd or a comic book reader or anything like that, I still know who Batman versus Superman is. You get what I'm saying? We've waited for this. It's like when Freddy Krueger and Jason fought each other. It's that same premise. Even though that movie was a cult classic, it's that same premise.
Not everyone has been waiting for Batman and Superman
Why
to
not?
fight. Not the fight.
I
They
think
were
that
always,
is-
On screen, yes.
They were friends for a long time in the
They
comic
have
book.
never been friends. They have always had a
I don't know if you've
respect
read the
for
comics
each other.
from like 40
It's more
years
of a
ago.
respect
Here's the
for each
problem.
other.
Civil War, we love all of these characters, and to see these characters that we love fighting each other and
Right.
doing harm to each other, I think that's going to pack a lot more emotional
That's the
weight.
drama.
Right. Whereas with Batman and Superman, most people didn't even like Man of Steel, so I don't think
And
that there's this...
I know why they didn't like Man of Steel. It's the same reasons I didn't like Man of Steel. I understand that. And I understand the whole thing about Civil War being with these emotional... Let's be honest. Okay, let me just...
Okay, this
my
is the
point.
final thought on
Okay.
Batman versus Superman. Go ahead.
about with the whole Captain America vs. Batman Superman thing. The characters to me in Marvel are okay. Iron Man. Don't get me wrong. They built his movies weren't even that good.
He's not my favorite. You can beat the shit out of him if you want.
I mean, the movies wasn't even that good. He's not relatable to me. I can't relate.
I'm
to
only about the chin beard. After that, you lost me.
Captain America is a more relatable character being
And
told
he's a bigger
not
Boy
to do
Scout
something.
than Superman is.
though. You know what I'm saying? But just the
Superman
Civil
has a
War-
God complex.
And another reason I'm not
he hasn't
looking forward
admitted to it, and he has a
yeah.
God complex.
The other reason I'm not looking forward to Civil
Batman
War-
can't tolerate his pretending to be a Boy Scout when he really thinks he's God. So
Right.
does he need to be taken down a peg? Absolutely. Is Batman the end-all, be-all? No.
Yes, he is. But anyway,
Okay.
okay,
Wrap
and
it
then
up.
and then this is a wrap up. But
I thought that before
I
that
would
was
be
a
more
wrap-up.
excited about Civil War if it was more geared towards the way it was in the comic book. The fact that and I'm not blaming Marvel for this because they don't have the rights to all the characters, so I'm not blaming Marvel for that at all. But if it was geared more to the way it was written in the comic books, I would be more excited for it because to me, it's a better story arc in the comic book than it is in.
Well, we haven't seen the movie yet, so we'll have to.
the movie. The
we'll
way,
have to-
but the way it's set up,
we'll have to
it's
wait
not
and
the
see.
same arc.
All right, we've got a lot of movies that we haven't talked about yet, so we got to rip through this relatively quickly. We have a sequel, Alice in Wonderland sequel, Through the Looking Glass.
I'm looking forward
is
to
Depp in that?
Johnny Depp is in it. It
I'm
is
looking
not
forward
Tim
to
Burton. It's James Bobin, who did the first Muppet movie, the reboot,
Oh.
and he also did Flight of the Conchords. Two things I love, so
Okay.
that bodes well for the movie. We have also, after Through the Looking Glass, we have X-Men Apocalypse.
Now
That's a lot of lips.
I'm not really looking forward to that because Apocalypse is like Ivan Ooze. There, I said it.
He's what?
He looks like Ivan Ooze from Power Rangers.
He's a
I
douche.
tend to trust Bryan Singer. This is one series he's done really well.
He has. Don't get me wrong. He has done it really well. He's treated it very well. But at the same time,
Have we seen trailers yet? I haven't seen a trailer.
Yeah, the trailer's
we've
out.
seen the
Looks
trailers. We
great.
talked about 'em.
And here's the thing: Oscar Isaac is playing Apocalypse. He is on a roll. That's one of the best actors out there today.
That's true.
So if anyone can pull that off, it's going to be him. So I have complete faith.
talk about a God complex.
But he's blue. Or purple, actually.
Well, he's actually
Ivan Ooze.
no, he's
oh,
purple
okay. I
in
understand.
that scene. They actually talked about that. One of the first stills that they released.
Yeah.
And they came out afterward and said that's the lighting in the scene of the
Well,
location
at best,
they were at.
Apocalypse is
So-
blue.
Right,
Yeah,
he
but
is
he
blue.
looks-
He's like a giant grimace.
But that guy
He is
looks
blue.
nothing like the comic book.
Yes,
to me,
have you seen the comic book? It looks ridiculous. He has a big A on his belt buckle.
I know
you
you're
can't
not a
do
fan
that in a
of the
movie. They
way-
would laugh him right off the screen.
I'm not saying give him the A on the belt buckle, but
well,
it
A
looks
for
like-
Apocalypse.
It looked like he took it looked like he took Scott Steiner's headpiece and put it on his head.
Well, the movie has, as we saw in the last X-Men movie, it kind of kicks off during the Egyptian period. So the look that they've given Apocalypse is that Egyptian theme, almost like a pharaoh
is that
who
what
thought
it
they
is?
were
A god.
gods.
Right, who thought
you know?
that-
So
right.
Okay.
that's the theme. So I'm kind of reserving judgment until I see it within the context of the movie.
All I'm saying is when he come out, if he got Big Papa Pump theme music, I'm walking out the movie theater.
All right.
Like that's
We
gonna
got
happen.
the next week after X-Men Apocalypse is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle
Yeehaw!
sequel.
I can't wait for that
Out
Megan
of the
one.
Fox is
shadows.
going to become a D plus in the actress. She's looking pretty good at that one.
Actually, the trailer, we talked about it before. The trailer
Right.
looks better
Than the first one.
original.
Bebop and
So I'm
Rocksteady
kind of
look
excited for
amazing,
that one.
so I'm
now, here's
excited.
one that I'm really looking forward to. That following week is Conjuring 2, which
Okay.
is the sequel to the horror movie,
The Conjuring.
the James Wan horror movie.
Oh.
And that was great.
Was
Good
it?
old-fashioned horror where it's not a bunch of gore and,
Just
crazy
just
effects.
stuff.
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
very
And
suspenseful.
James
Nice.
Wan is back, and he didn't lose one of his main actors during the production, so
we should be all right.
it should be good. Yeah.
And then that same weekend, it's going to be a big weekend. We have the Warcraft movie.
Nice. I
Which-
seen the trailer for that.
It's based
That
on the video
looks-
game series
Of course.
Yes.
Warcraft, and it's being directed by David Bowie's son, Duncan Jones. Little trivia for you
Oh,
there.
Nice.
that's David Bowie's son.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
And,
It looks amazing.
and
I've
here's
seen
the
trailer.
thing. Duncan Jones has made 2 other great sci-fi movies.
Source Code
And Moon.
And Moon.
Those are
Source
if you-
Code was
If you haven't
amazing.
seen those, you got to check them out. Great science fiction movie. So this is not a science fiction movie. This is a
Right,
fantasy
fantasy
movie.
movie,
But
right.
based on those 2, I'm really
Yeah.
excited for this.
Source Code was really good. It's not
Yep.
for everybody, but it's really good.
How come David Bowie's son has a different last name?
Well, it's David Jones, but because of the Monkees actor Davy Jones, David Jones had to change his name to David Bowie.
Good call.
And actually, Duncan's middle name is Duncan
Hines?
Zoe Bowie.
I
So,
thought it'd be Hines.
so he said, "I'm not going by this Zoe Bowie, so I'm
Zoe
going to use my
Bowie.
first name and my father's birth name." Okay, so then we've got after Warcraft, we got a couple weeks until Independence Day Resurgence.
Yes. Yeah. Oh,
Oh, you mean there's
guys.
another movie besides Batman that we're allowed to watch?
At least in Q's household.
In
Yes.
Q?
Yes, you guys can watch. I mean, you can watch Civil War. Just don't bring that crap to my house.
No, there's no Will Smith in this sequel.
I know he's a.
And he
jerk
was
for that
actually
one.
disappointed that they killed his character off.
We didn't want to come back.
No, he claimed that there was scheduling difficulties. He said
what is
no.
he? What scheduling?
And he
okay.
shouldn't have said
It was
no.
a Suicide Squad shoot
Oh,
overlapped.
well, okay, then I don't
the
blame him.
Independence Day
Yeah.
shoot.
I don't blame him.
So I think
When
Will
is
Smith
that
was
coming out?
secretly hoping to slide back
When
in.
is Suicide Squad coming out?
August. We'll get to that one.
Okay, we're
Okay,
not
I
there
think
yet.
what they're gonna do is they're probably gonna act like they killed him off, and then in Independence Day 3, he'll just slide back in there. Oh, you
Do
thought I
some
was
alien
dead?
technology where they bring him back,
back
to
to
life. That'd be
life.
kind of
Or
cool.
the
They
aliens.
downloaded his personality into the dashboard of the spaceship. and
Okay,
then they bring
Avatar.
it back and put it
Avatar.
back in.
Avatar.
Yeah,
I'm
there you
down.
go.
All
Now
the
you're
aliens
talking.
will be
Just because
getting
we're
jiggy
running
with
out-
it.
Getting jiggy with it.
We're running out of time, so let's keep plowing through the
They'll
week
find 'em
after.
back in
We've
time
got
in the
the
Wild Wild
Big
West.
Friendly Giant, or BFG.
I've seen that.
And that is being directed by Steven Spielberg, and it's written by Melissa Matheson. They both did E.T., which is one of the greatest
okay.
movies of all time.
Isn't she dead?
She died. Yep.
Yeah.
Just
I
recently.
was about to say,
actually.
I guess she's a ghostwriter.
Director.
Yes.
She'll need a ghostwriter.
You will be here all weeks, folks. Don't forget the tip
Thank
your
you.
wait staff.
All right,
Thank you.
That same week, we've got Purge 3 coming out.
Oh my god.
And I gotta
if they
say,
purge
I
anybody
wasn't a
else.
big Purge fan, but Purge 2 was a pretty awesome action flick, I thought.
Yeah, it was.
I just want to say, don't get me wrong. These movies, this is a type of movie that can go on forever because there is always that one person in the world that you want to kill,
They only cost like $3 to $5 million.
They're so cheap to make.
and they make so much money.
And what I liked about this is they kind of expanded the world. They kind of showed that there's people that are putting up a resistance to the whole purging
Yeah.
concept.
And there's like secret societies that are
Well,
into it.
yeah, yeah.
well, I like
So they
how
did a
they're
great
putting up
job
a
with it.
resistance to the purge by purging. Just say.
I think with each
Pretty
movie,
much.
though, they're going to be increasing the budgets and the scope of the whole
How
thing.
many more do we need?
Let's just put it like
Honestly,
this. Remember
isn't
Final?
it just the same movie over and over?
Remember
and over?
Final-
As long as they
second
make
one
No,
was
money.
a lot
second-
better.
yeah, it was a lot
from
different.
the
Oh.
first.
As long
Remember
as they
Final
keep making money.
Destination?
Yeah.
And they said the Final Destination.
Yeah.
They're going to have the Purge, and then they're going to come out with another one. Okay.
Okay. Legend of Tarzan also comes out that same
Can't wait
weekend.
for that.
Yeah, that should be
That's got
good.
an awesome
Samuel L.
cast.
Jackson.
We talked about the trailer on our very first podcast, so
Yeah.
I think we're all pumped about that one.
You cannot go wrong with Samuel.
Now here's a
Tarzan.
You're Tarzan.
Motherfucker.
okay. We
Yes, they deserve to die, don't they? Oh, okay. Go ahead.
who brought this ape on the plane?
Now that could go on for days.
All right, we've got the week after Legend of Tarzan. We've got kind of probably the most controversial movie of the year, which is the Ghostbuster reboot.
Wait a minute. Why is it controversial?
Because there's a lot of old white dudes that don't like young women being recast in the movie. They want a sequel with all their favorite actors that they've
Now.
known forever, which
Can-
is never going to happen.
It's what I'm about to say. It's not going to happen.
One's
One's
dead,
dead.
one agreed, or one vowed never to do another Ghostbusters movie.
Ghostbusters. So I mean, it's
I'm
not
actually
that,
pumped because those are four of the funniest ladies around right now.
And then
Who's in it?
We got Leslie Jones from Saturday Night Live, Kate McKinnon also currently from Saturday Night Live.
Okay.
Then we have
Melissa-
Kristen Wiig,
and Melissa McCarthy.
Melissa McCarthy. Yep.
Those are the four funniest women besides Tina Fey and
And so far, everything that I've seen,
No.
the new, the new car, the new packs, everything, the new uniform, everything looks.
Now is this a
pretty awesome.
reboot
And
or are
they're
they
all-
kind of
and they're all
Yeah,
wearing
they're wiping the
onesies?
slate clean.
See, that's my only thing.
So
I
they're
wish
rewriting
they
the story as if this is the first one.
Yes.
I
So they can
kinda
screw
wish-
off. I ain't watching.
But
that
see, that's
shit.
my saying. That's my only problem. I wish they would have kind of been a continuance.
Originally,
From
I
that-
thought that would have been great because then you could have tied in some of the original characters.
So
brought
which
in.
one's Vankman?
I'm not sure
Well,
if there's
see,
a
the thing-
direct correlation
Yeah,
of the
that's-
characters.
that's
wrong.
It's disrespectful to me when I watched the movie 35 years ago. That's who it's disrespectful to, is it's erasing the past.
No, you still have those
It's
movies.
not
No one's
right.
going out and stealing your copy
Okay,
of
the thing-
Ghostbusters.
the
so you
thing
can't use
is-
it anymore.
They wanted to tie in them to the old ones, but they needed one
This
of
is
the
a
main
movie for a new
people.
generation.
Right? That too, but they needed
But not to
They
rewrite
wanted
it.
one of the main people to come in and be the one to bridge the gap.
But they're
and nobody
old
wanted
and
to
fat.
do it. Well, no,
And bald.
It don't take nothing but 5 minutes to come in there and say, "Hey,
Well,
you're
here's
the new generation of Ghostbusters. Blow off some dust off the old equipment at the firehouse and send them out on their way, and you can go." It don't take nothing to
Which
do
is
that.
what they did
and they
with
didn't
the
want to do
so
that.
Star Wars
Ernie
approach.
Hudson,
And they
Ernie
didn't want to
Hudson
do it.
wouldn't do it. Aykroyd wouldn't do it.
Nobody wanted to do it.
No, here's the problem.
Nobody wanted to do it.
Bill Murray would never agree to any of the scripts that they wrote, and without Bill Murray, and you had Ivan Reitman, or had not Ivan Reitman, but Harold Ramis had passed away. So with two of the main cast members, they weren't going to do a new Ghostbusters without them. But here's the cool thing: Bill Murray loved the new script so much and loved the new cast that he did agree to be in this new Ghostbusters movie. So that tells you something.
Isn't Aykroyd doing a cameo too?
Aykroyd is going to be in there.
Didn't they try to get Aykroyd to play the bad guy for a minute?
They're all in there as in different cameos or small supporting roles.
But not as the previous
Not
character.
as the previous
No.
character.
And here's the funniest part: Chris Hemsworth is the receptionist.
Ah,
So
nice.
you gotta love it. You gotta love it.
All right.
Nice.
Okay, so anyway, let's keep moving. We're almost out of time here. We've got a bunch of movies. We're just going to rattle them off. Later in July, we've got Ice Age: Collision Course. I think
Oh.
that's the 4th or 5th movie
Yeah.
in the series.
I thought
Who
they
doesn't love
already
them some
had the
Scrat?
meltdown.
that same day is Star Trek Beyond.
Yes.
So that's looking pretty good. I think I'm
I'm not
excited
looking
for
forward
that
to it.
one.
As a Star Trek fan, I am
I
highly
just
upset
hope
with
that Star
trailer.
Trek movie has something to do with the previous movies in terms of connected storyline. Like they
Yeah, it
possibly
kinda
left,
feel like-
hopefully there's some Easter eggs in the earlier movies
I
that
see.
they're gonna reveal in this new movie. I just don't want it. I'm afraid that it's gonna
I
be a
wish-
separate episode. I'm
I-
talking here.
That's what I'm saying. You know what? Wow, that was rude.
Talk quickly. We've got a lot of movies left.
I'm
Let's
done.
go.
I want to have an input.
Wait till I'm done.
Okay, all right.
Go ahead. It's your turn.
Thank you. I just felt now I lost my train of thought.
Okay, well, we're
I
going to
wish
move
they
on.
would
then.
tie him into the original Star Trek universe.
The next
Hey.
week, we've got a really kind of a cool sounding movie called The Space Between Us. It's about a boy who grows up on Mars but falls in love with a Earth girl.
Okay.
So that's kind of an interesting twist to the sci-fi theme. That same week, we've got the new
Sounds like John
Bourne
Carter
film,
in reverse.
Oh.
which is untitled, but we got Matt Damon back in the Bourne
Really?
series. I've loved those first 3 movies that
Matt
he did.
Damon
He
still
did
can't
that
beat Jack
spin-off
Bauer.
one, which
With
was
Jeremy
okay.
Renner?
Yeah, which was okay.
Still can't beat Jack Bauer.
And let's see, what else we got? We got Suicide Squad, August 5th. That looks great.
That's the DC comic movie I'm really waiting
Yes,
for.
I think I'm more excited about that one. August 12th, we've got a Pete's Dragon remake. Okay, so we're going to jump forward a few months to October. We've got Gambit, which is the X-Men spin-off movie. And that's starring Channing Tatum.
My only problem with that is, can he pull off the accent? because he
That's
is
a good
not
question.
the best
The
actor
last
in the
movie
world.
I saw him in, he was on all fours, and they were talking about him doing some horrible things to male genitalia. But other than that,
I think you
I'm
need to
really
get out
disappointed. Yeah.
No, the
What
Doug
kind of
Liman.
movies are you watching?
I don't know. It was
This is the end.
Yes.
yes. That was a horrible movie.
Well, the
Absolutely
last
the worst.
thing you
The
saw
last
him in
movie
was
was Magic.
Hateful Eight.
Yes,
Hateful Eight.
he wasn't.
Yeah, he got shot.
He wasn't that great in that either. But
Well,
in
he was
This
only
Is
in
the
it for
End,
2 seconds.
That was absolutely the worst movie I've ever seen.
Okay, so after
really
Gambit,
bad.
we've got a new Underworld movie with Kate Beckinsale returning.
Ooh, who doesn't love her?
We've got Ouija 2. Never saw the original Ouija.
And there's a reason for that.
No, November 4th, I think one of the most anticipated, at least for me, is, and I'm sure Nick, Doctor Strange is finally hitting the big screen.
What do you think about that? Nick
Bennett-
just walked in, gentlemen.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Well, as the world's biggest Doctor Strange fan, I'm very excited for the movie. I can't wait for the special effects, and the storyline's going to be awesome. I could have wrote it myself, but I let the guys at Marvel take care of it for me.
All right, on November 18th, we have Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Boo.
They just
Oh.
released a really cool behind-the-scenes feature, so you
Nice.
get to see some footage. They interview the actors.
I think that's really going to be better than you think.
That's going to be good.
If you
yeah.
suspend the whole,
That's
the
gonna
whole
be good.
Sirius Black.
Colonel Potter storyline.
Horse pucky.
Harry Potter.
I was at
Okay,
Colonel
we've got,
Potter.
we've got a sequel to The Strangers, the horror
Okay.
movie from a few years ago,
Oh,
which
okay.
was really good.
Yeah.
Hulk Invasion kind of movie.
What was it called this time? Could be called,
Strangers 2.
could be called Stranger Danger.
I'm about to say.
Even Stranger.
Yes.
And then I think one of the biggest question marks of the year is Rogue One, the Star Wars spinoff,
Oh,
which is going to
nice.
be taking place before A New Hope, and it is rumored to have all of the bounty hunters. So you're going to see Boba Fett, all the rest of them. Darth Vader is supposed to have a fairly,
Bosk, IG-88.
Yep, all those guys. And it's really, it's
Gendar.
about the plans, or the plan to steal the plans for the Death Star that they used to blow
All
it
we
up.
can say is many Bothans will die in this movie.
Yes, that is.
That was the Bothans who stole the second Death Star plans.
It don't matter. They all will die in one of these
we
movies.
Just
got
throw
to
some
the-
deaths in
Just
there.
got
throw
the
some
end of the year
Bothans
yet?
and kill them.
Okay, so end of the year, right around Christmas, we got 3 more movies, which should wrap it up. We've got Assassin's Creed, starring
Looking
Michael
forward to that.
Fassbender,
That should be
Looking
good.
forward
Magneto
to
as
that.
as a thief.
Is that with
No,
based
no,
on the video
Michael B.
game.
Assassin's
Jordan and
Creed, yeah.
Sylvester Stallone in that too?
Oh,
He's being,
Assassin's Creed.
he's being
Yes,
funny.
that's
Bum, bum,
that's the
bum,
sequel
bum,
that's
bum,
to
bum,
Creed.
bum, bum.
They had to take Creed out. He's getting too.
He's getting too powerful.
There's also on Christmas Day. There's a Jumanji remake.
I'm not looking forward to
Remake?
that.
Remake. I wasn't a
I'm
huge
not-
fan of the original Jumanji as much as I love Robin Williams. So
Yeah.
I
Well,
could
you
care
know,
less
I'm
if
about to
they
say that
remake
was
it.
different for y'all because for me, it was as a kid. So Jumanji
was an
to
awesome
me
movie.
was an awesome movie.
Okay, so on
So you
also
know-
on Christmas we've got Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar
Oh, yeah,
Children.
I love Miss
which is
Peregrine's.
based on a book series,
Yep.
and Tim Burton is actually directing
That-
that.
that
I'll
should
go
be
see
really
it.
So
It's
good.
that
got
should
Tim
be a
Burton.
slam dunk.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's a.
So you
Okay.
know what you
Sure.
forgot? You forgot
Batman
Crouching
vs.
Tiger,
Superman.
Hidden Dragon, Sword of Destiny.
I think
That's on
isn't that a-
Netflix.
yeah,
It's
I
already
think
out.
That's a straight to
Well,
video kind of a movie, right?
it is going to be released by Netflix, but it's going to IMAX theaters everywhere. So you can see it in full 7 stories, 20 miles wide, and you can see people defy physics. Yes, sir, you in front.
Chow Yun Fat died. I don't want to see it.
What?
Oh wait, that other lady in there, I like her.
All right, any other
No,
movies
Chow
that we
Yun
missed?
Fat is not in this movie.
We got to
I know.
wrap it up
Die
here,
in the
folks.
original movie, did he?
I don't
No.
think so, did he?
Why didn't he do the thing and he was doing this thing?
He was waving his arm around in a sword
and then the
fighting mode.
needle still got him in the neck, and he was sitting there trying to conserve his energy while she went to go make the potion. And when she came back, it was too late. and
Okay,
she
any other
died.
movies? We got to wrap it up, folks. We gotta wrap it up.
Zootopia. Don't miss it.
Yeah, I left out some of the
Mid-March.
animation
It's
because
absolutely
there's so many
if
animated
it doesn't
movies
win,
coming out.
If it doesn't win for best animated comedy, it is absolutely everything on the trailer was. That's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Oh, the other animated one is the when the people away, the pets to play or something
The
like
Secret
that.
Lives of Pets.
That looks
That
great.
looks amazing.
Absolutely
There's also
has to be seen by
Storks is
everybody.
coming out.
Storks looks good too.
And then there's Angry Birds.
Yep, Angry
Believe it
Birds
or
looks
not, they're
absolutely
making a movie out of
hysterical.
The
that.
story of my life. Pigs picking on me.
Yeah,
Okay,
my kosher friend here.
We
Q.
got to wrap it up. Any recommendations, Mark? I know you saw a movie this week.
I saw Batman Bad Blood on
Yes.
Blu-ray. It was very good.
It came out. I
I
gotta go
don't want to
back.
reveal too much because there's some twists in it, but it's about the
course.
Batman and his
The Bat
extended-
family.
The family, yeah.
The Bat family.
Q, any
Damian Wayne.
recommendations? You want to talk about the Flint water issue?
Yeah. Well, we here at Comics Being for Sci-Fi gathered together some bottles of water and dropped them off at the Art Van Pure Sleep on DeQuinder and 12 Mile, where the old Universal Mall used to be. That's a
I love
donation
Universal
center.
Mall.
I know, I did too. It had the best food court. Oh,
It's
I'm
an
sorry.
inside joke. Mark was in a commercial that I did for Universal Mall.
Oh, okay.
And that
Oh.
was his tagline. I love Universal Mall.
It was
a real
great
nice
place.
theater too
Yeah.
back in the day.
It's still
Okay,
there.
so
but anyway, we took
we
the
want
water.
to tell people,
People to donate water, help out, be kind
Flint's
to your
about
neighbors.
an hour north of where we record our show.
Right. So if you want to just
So
get
it's
the
right in our
water, take it
backyard.
up
So
there.
we want to recommend everybody to go out, donate, whatever you can
donate, do what you can do.
Support our friends
in
in Flint
in Flint.
who are thirsty.
Brad, any last minute recommendations?
Drink beer.
That's a good one. I'm going to recommend a podcast called How Did This Get Made? They do all kinds of really bad movies, but some are actually bad, entertaining movies that they do recommend you see. They do a lot of big budget movies.
Okay. Really?
A lot of science fiction, a lot of comic book movies.
And they're just complaining that it's
They're
like
just
this movie
making-
is so
it's-
bad. How did somebody spend money on this and
Right.
not realize
It's
it was
what
a
the-
turd?
Sharknado?
They've
God.
done all 3 Sharknados.
Okay.
They've done Spider-Man 3, Judge Dredd,
I was
Life
just gonna
Force,
say Judge Dredd,
Batman
but
and
that's
Robin. The list goes on and on.
Why?
They do I would recommend it. It's 3 very funny comedians,
Okay.
just kind of riffing and making fun of
Like
these
us.
movies.
Okay.
Like us.
Professional comedians.
Unlike us,
Oh.
because we're not getting paid for this.
All right, Brad, I think it's time to wrap this sucker up.
Okay. Well, I think everybody needs to go to ableideas.com and buy some comic books. And they need to go to comicsbeerandsci-fi.com and watch some videos. And somebody needs to write me a check. No, I'm just kidding.
You can write me a check.
But apparently I'll work for food because I'm fat. But that's another story.
I don't know what to talk about. That's fake.
Make a comic book about you.
They should. I am absolutely
Get the
ready. Absolutely ready to do that. Well, this is Brad for the rest of the Comics Beer and Sci-Fi crew. We'll
Heroes
see
for
you next
hire with
time.
Donuts. Heroes for donuts.
Those are some needy twerkers.